All right, you're still watching Ways Now. Today, September 2nd, is observed as World Coconut Day. This day highlights the significance of coconuts in our daily lives and how beneficial they are for our health. Coconuts are some of the most popular and versatile fruits around the world. So, I mean, somebody will not let us hear what. There's one particular chocolate that has coconut inside. Oh, God.
How did you know?
I am so sure. You know what? Should we do an experiment?
I think I know.
Let's take a handbag.
It's blue, yeah? It's blue.
Let's just take a handbag. That chocolate must be there. Omolola, please come on. I give you permission to search in a handbag.
I actually had one. So, in the spirit of coconut.
Right.
Yeah, but coconut is one of the most amazing. It's so bad. I use coconut oil.
Everything.
Me too.
Everything
Yeah.
coconut. It's just rich.
It's really
and
nice.
Very.
And I know the chocolate.
Productive.
And I love it too, actually.
You know, so when I was growing up, in the what's it called? Our small
Community.
So there used to be those Hausa women that make coconut candy.
Yes. Oh no.
So
you took me back to some time.
So when they make those coconut candies, right? You know, and I eat it
Your
fresh.
free 10 kobo, everything will finish.
Everything. I used to buy that.
All
coconut
your allowance.
candy.
Sugar rush.
But you know that all the
Every
treats
part
in the
of
north
is
all
laced
the
with
treats
coconut.
is
It's
laced
laced
with
with
sugar.
coconut. Yeah.
It's
Is
laced
it
with
sugar? Is it sugar or but they because of how they make these things is raw. So I don't think it's like raw sugar. Maybe
I said
sometimes
it
they
is
use
sugar.
things like
is
coconut.
Is it tiger nut when they call the aya?
aya.
They fry it.
Yes. And
Coat
they
it with
coat
sugar.
it with sugar.
Everything in the nut is laced with sugar. Most of the things. I don't know
How is it that
they are
Well,
able
research
to.
should be done because they don't
They're not-
suffer. They don't suffer some of these
So
diseases.
doesn't it mean that they're either maybe
So they are making up.
it's sweet, but maybe it's the source of the sugar.
So it's sugar.
Sugar cane.
It's sugar. No,
yeah,
it's not
like
even sugar cane.
it could be natural.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
For all the ones I see is raw sugar that they melt and they pour the tiger nut or they pour the coconut. But the thing is, one thing that I know that when I was growing up, I couldn't eat rice. I couldn't eat anything without vegetables. So if I was taking pasta,
Yes, there was always
you would always
green
dice lettuce
or
You would
vegetables.
always dice vegetables.
Yeah, because it was
and all
always
that.
available,
Yes.
I guess.
So it took me a very long time to be able to just eat rice like that without no vegetable on it. It was not going well with my taste bud.
How did we move from talking about coconuts to
Right. is the spirit of coconut. But hey, I'm a coconut lover. I eat it. So there's this new one that the coconut flakes. I buy it in the
So
big
you
jar.
put it in your.
You can put it in your cereal. You can put it in your oats. You can
Really? Send some my way.
Auntie, I will show you I point you to the supermarket. It's like you do not know what the economy is saying. But hey, for those that love coconuts, try to do something nice with coconut today. Right? It's your day.
Rub it, eat it.
Everything.
Drink it.
Even the shell, you can use it for
every part of
Yeah, I
is
know that
very
you use it for like
useful.
facial scrubs, skin scrubs.
Exfoliate.
As in every part of coconut is useful.
Absolutely.
What a fruit.
Eat a coconut today.
Yeah, you should.
But now we're moving to adverts.
They'll go and climb the tree. There was one boy that used to toast my sister with coconut. His compound had coconut tree.
Yeah.
So he used to pluck it. Just to toast her, he would give her the coconut so he can say hello to her.
That's a nice one.
Now about your story.
So my story has it that the Queen would not be returning to Buckingham Palace to appoint her new British Prime Minister. Right? So the story has it that she will receive UK's next Prime Minister at the Balmoral rather than the Buckingham Palace. And this is historic because this is the first time ever that it's happening since her 70-year reign. Of course, we know that the former Prime Minister, Boris, everyone would have to go to Scotland to have this meeting. I think her health is probably more challenged than we are aware of. So it's most likely that we won't be seeing as much of her as we used to. There's been a lot of events that she has had to decline to be present physically. Her son, Prince Charles, has also been the one representing her in some of these events. So this historic event is going to be happening in her residence in Scotland at the Balmoral, and it is between the current UK Foreign Secretary Liz Truss and the former Finance Minister Rishi Sunak. So by Monday, I believe, we would know who the next Prime Minister will be, and that person, along with Boris, will be going to the Balmoral for the event. And I think the event will also be an exclusive one. It won't be as open as normal. So, well, I'm wishing her well. Like they say, long may she reign.
God bless RDJ. Go ahead.
Well, my story today is just touched on what has been happening. It has been in the news for a long time. It's about the constant kidnapping all over the country. But finally, some days ago, some good news. Some of the abducted people from, and this was from Chikun in Kaduna.
Chukun.
Okay. Chukun in Kaduna, and they were, I think, about 35 persons were released after some, payment was made. But it just goes to reiterate the fact that the government needs to do a bit more about security within the country, because a lot of things are happening at the moment, and there's a need for the government, even though, the election is taking a whole lot of attention, but there's a need for the government to actually pay attention to security within the country, because this is also part of the reason why people are leaving, because people are no longer even safe in the country. So even when you're working, you don't feel you're going home at night right after work and you're robbed or you're abducted, and your family can't come up with the bill, and sometimes they get killed, sometimes they get handed over to ritualists. So there's a lot that the government needs to do, and this is just another day in the life of these people. But at least today, that day, they ended it in jubilation and happiness. So we're hoping for better news of all the other
people that in their abductors' net. Okay.
Yeah.
So my story is going to look like another Baba Ijesha is going to happen, because earlier today I was in several meetings. I had noticed that Auntie Kate went live, Kate Henshaw. She had gone live on Instagram, but I couldn't watch the video because I was in a meeting. So, and later Elsie shared the link and I watched it. So there's an allegation, and the reason I'm taking this story is because the person that is being accused, of this grave allegation has been a guest on Ways, right? And is someone that strongly advocates the well-being and the health of women, trying to be cancer-free and all of that. So for those that do not know the person, Dr. Femi Olalele, right? He's the CEO, will I call it, of the cancer, Optimal Cancer Center. If you check my Instagram, go down, when he was on the show, we also went for screening for cervical cancer, for breast cancer. He's a very, very prominent person. He's a celebrity doctor and very prominent in the space, trying to push and advocate women's health. Cervical cancer. Right? But this allegation is really grave, and it will really, really be sad if anything like sweeping under the carpet is done. And for us on Ways, nothing is swept under the carpet. Right? So for him, the allegation is his wife has a 15-year-old niece that was living with them, and this particular doctor has been accused of defiling, molesting consistently for a year and 9 months. He's been having sexual knowledge, carnal knowledge of that young girl, then threatening her with that if she says anything, she would die. Just the normal rhetorics like you see with every molester. Now, why this is painful? This is someone that goes to see the private part of every woman. Most times, because you are a gynecologist, you check for screen for cervical cancer, you screen for. So, if at all, right, you are the one that is supposed to be the most disciplined, right? Not every woman is comfortable. I don't know how women do it. I just go open your leg. I'm not comfortable doing that with nobody. Not to talk of So, you are a doctor that sees these things repeatedly. I would have expected that in terms of if people's level of discipline is here, because of your nature of work, your own discipline would be much, much higher. But hey, the allegation is out, and they are also accusing him of trying to use powers that be, to kill the matter. Because he was arrested, and I hear that he dropped a statement in the police custody. Princess has taken up the case because she also went live, but I couldn't join her live. So everybody now is on this matter. Sadly, if we are able to bring substantial evidence, he has to also pay the price and go and join his colleague, Dr. Baba Ijesha. Sadly. So this is why every man out there, come on, there's a way you can get free whatever. So why do you have to go defile a minor, right? Why do you have to do that? Because
some people just feel that they have power and they can use that power over people that that cannot defend themselves, and they can also get away with it. But like I usually say, there's always 9 days for the thief, and there's always 1 day for the owner.
So why 9?
That's the conversation.
Oh, you can do for as long, but there's always 1 day.
So, I mean, this is the situation now, and we are going to keep watching the case. Dr. Femi is someone we know personally. So if he's been accused of this,
it's very unfortunate,
and he's found guilty, please, by all means, he needs to go to jail. It's as simple as that.
No
all right, we'll go on the break. When we come back from the break, we're going to be discussing brain drain, and we'll have our guests. Stay with us.